A woman fell from a hot air balloon at an altitude of 10,000 meters. When the woman opened her eyes again, she found herself hanging upside down. The rope wrapped around her waist saved her life. She began to shout the man in the basket, but the man had been frozen unconscious. The woman could only rely on herself. She began to swing her body and tried to get closer to the basket. After a struggle, she finally grabbed the edge of the basket and climbed into it. The woman immediately checked the man's condition. No matter how she shouted, he did not respond. She couldn't help crying. At this time the man slowly woke up. Seeing that woman's hands were covered with scars, the man took out a bottle of wine and carefully disinfected her wounds. At this moment snow began to fall from the sky. The woman found that the snowflakes around her seemed to be still in the air, which meant that their falling speed was the same as the snowflakes. If they continued like this they would crash sooner or later. The woman wanted to close the exhaust valve, but accidentally opened it completely. The balloon fell faster. At this critical moment the two began to throw out everything in the basket, but even if the basket was empty, the falling speed still did not slow down. The man urged the woman to climb on the iron ring. He gritted his teeth and began to cut the rope of the basket. Finally they successfully dropped the basket, but even without the basket, they were still falling fast. At this time the woman decided to jump down to reduce weight, in order for the man to survive, because the man had key data. The man stopped her. Then he began to cut the ropes of the inner circle. The hot air balloon turned into a huge parachute. They began to descend slowly, but when they were about to reach the ground, the woman was dragged by the hot air balloon for dozens of meters on the ground and fainted. The woman didn't wake up until the evening. Fortunately the man was fine. The two supported each other and went home. If you are in a rapidly falling hot air balloon, what would you do?